Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is VANO. So today on DudeGlam, we're going to be playing around with the entire collection from Jennifer Lopez and Inglot. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I love having everyone on here and following the DudeGlam journey. And give this video a big thumbs up and hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to play around with the Jennifer Lopez Inglot collection, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, well today I am so excited to do this video because if you know me, you know that I have been a fan of Jennifer Lopez like ever since the Fly Girl days. I mean, I was just a little baby then. I can remember buying the On the 6 album and taking it to school and playing it in the car over and over and over again. And then the JLO album, like I was just hooked. I was such a JLO fan. I finally got to see her live in concert last year, right before she finished up the All I Have residency in Las Vegas for my birthday. And it was just so magical, like 20 years in the making, and I've never seen her live before, and that was just so much fun to watch her and have that connection and just kind of like go down memory lane with her and reminisce. Now that she has an entire makeup line out with Inglot, I'm just so excited to play around and get to experience hopefully all of what JLO has to offer to bring that JLO glow to life. So let me just go through this with you quickly. I have her highlighters, I've got her sculpting powder for contouring, I've got blushes, I've got lipsticks and glosses, I have individual eyeshadows, I have, this is the thing I'm most excited about, is the loose highlighter, and this is in the shade Live in the Highlight. And then I also have her bronzer, and then also her HD press powder, and I also have the Freedom System palette, which you can kind of build your own kit according to what you want. Now I did go and I got to swatch and play with the entire collection. So what I did is I picked things out in terms of the eyeshadows and the lipsticks and the contour and bronzers that I thought would best match my skin type, and we're gonna play around with that today. I'm gonna quickly go off camera, do my foundation, unpack all of this, and then we are gonna jump right in. Alright you guys, well my base is on, I did my primer, my foundation, my concealer, and set all of that, so let's jump right in. Now the thing about this is that everything comes individually packaged. I think the big thing with this collection was she was trying to give you a lot of freedom in terms of building and creating your own JLO glow. So this is what the Freedom System palette looks like, and this is the biggest one that comes in the collection. They have smaller ones for more like on-the-go things, but if you want like a full like bam beat face, this is what you get. It's completely magnetized, and there you can see her signature there, Jennifer Lopez Inglot, and just look how like luxe and sheer that is. And then you just slide it apart like this, and bam, there is the palette. Now I've already gone ahead and opened up all of the individual pieces and put them in here. So on top we have the blush, on the bottom we have the sculpting powder, and then the 4 colors that I picked out and swatched. So this one over here is called Walnut, this one here is called Sheer Gold, this one here is Bordeaux, and this one here is Olive. I will say, I feel like this is more for like pros. Unless you have a lot of Z palettes, you know, I feel like a lot of this, from my personal opinion, it's harder for people to kind of get on board because everything comes in these plastic wraps, and then you just pop it out and it's just the individual colors, so there's nothing to kind of protect it. If you just wanted to take this, you would have to already have a Z palette, or you would need to invest in something like this that comes with the collection. They also have circular ones, singles, that you can pop these into. So I'm first gonna dip into the sculpting powder, and I'm kind of sad that I have to ruin the pan because it's so pretty. It's just so beautiful to look at. I mean, I kind of already ruined it a little bit there in that eyeshadow palette when I was dropping the color in, but just don't look at it. So I'm just gonna go in and carve out this face with the sculpting powder, and then we'll just continue on our little JLO journey. Wow, that was a lot of pigment that the brush picked up. A little bit of fallout. Let's sculpt this face. All right, well, there is definitely some pigment with this. Do you all see that? That was just one tap and a little bit of buffing and blending, and bam, we have a cheekbone. Okay, JLO did not come to play. So you definitely want to be sure to at least tap off the excess before applying to your face, or else it's gonna be really intense. Lesson learned right here. When I was contouring, I didn't tap it off and it was just like, so definitely tap off the brush with these because they are very heavily pigmented, but they blend out really nicely and give a wonderful contour. So speaking of JLO, who saw her at the Met Ball? Oh my God, that woman's body, like her makeup, Scott Barnes killed it, like all across the board, 10s, 10s, 10s. I was just living. The only thing I thought was a little, I didn't like the headpiece she was wearing. I thought it would have been really pretty if she had done some kind of crazy updo and then used some of that beading that was part of the headpiece. She has like a behind the scenes video of her getting ready for the Met Ball. Go check it out on her YouTube channel. But originally the headpiece came like all the way down to like mid-length to her rib. So I thought it'd be cool if they chopped that up and kind of applied that into her hair rather than just created this kind of like swim cap. I thought it weighed her down, and I love seeing JLo's face just completely out and sculpted. So I feel like lifting all of that up would have added even more drama to an already amazing outfit. But other than that, 10s across the board. Like, God, she kills it every year. I love it. All right, what do you think so far? I really enjoyed this contour color. It was really beautiful. It sculpted me out. So now I'm gonna go in with her bronzer, and this is the Boogie Down bronzer in Golden Sun, and I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up this face. What's nice about this bronzer is that it's very buildable, and that's something I really enjoy, especially in like contours and bronzers and things like that, because if I just dipped in once and then all of a sudden I felt like I striped my face with orange, I'd be like, oh, God, okay. I've dipped in about 3 or 4 times pretty heavily every time I've done an application and tapped off, and it's just giving me this very kind of healthy warmth to my face, which I really like, without making me feel like I've just gone full Oompa Loompa. So I'm really living for this bronzer. I'm just gonna go back in here quickly and marry everything together. All right, I'm gonna go in with this HD powder now, and this is in the shade Nude 2, and I'm just gonna lightly dust this all over my face. That's nice, it kind of veils everything and just blends everything together even more. Oop, that's pigmented, and let's go ahead and start to blush up this face. Oh, that's really nice. It's really soft, it's really sheer, and just like the contour, I feel like this is also very buildable because a lot of pigment is coming up on my brush, as you can see there, but when I apply it to my face, I haven't tapped off. When I apply it to my face, it's very natural looking and very sheer. Like, look at that. That's just my second time. I haven't tapped it, and it just goes on so natural-like and beautiful. I think a big thing when you look at Jennifer's makeup now is that, yeah, she is like caked to the gods, but there's something very effortless and natural about how her skin looks and how radiant she is. I mean, she's always got the JLo glow, like we all know this by now, but the way that her skin looks and how natural her face looks, I think Scott has just done wonders for her face. And if you haven't seen the video with Tati, go check it out. It's just like perfection. I'm so happy that Scott blessed us with his makeup. So when I built this little eye kit for myself, I had this idea in my mind for like a natural eye, but with a little bit of a twist. So I'm first gonna go in with sheer gold, put that all over my lid. Then I'm gonna go into walnut and then Bordeaux and deepen up my eyes a little bit with that. And then on the lower lash line, I'm gonna take olive and really smoke that out. So let's first dip into sheer gold. By pan, oh, there's a lot of fallout and kickback there. Did you all see that? All right, so I don't feel like I got a lot of payoff when I apply it with the brush. Let me go ahead with my finger and dip in here and see if that works. Okay, so there's the pigment. It's really soft. Right now I'm gonna go into walnut and start to deepen up my crease. All right, so these shadows are, again, very natural looking, like glowy, dewy. There's shimmer in 3 of them, all except Bordeaux. That one is completely matte, so it's gonna give me, what I'm seeing is like a nice kind of healthy, natural glow from within, which is definitely on brand for JLo. No fallout, which is really nice. And I'm just starting to carve out and sculpt my eye a little bit more. Now in a bigger bullet brush, I'm gonna go in with Bordeaux and really start to carve out my eye. And then back in with that same brush we used before to blend all those colors together. What I find is that when they blend out, they kind of all end up in this like neutral JLO glow sort of thing. So it's like, even though you're kind of veering into these different colors, it all has this same sort of through line of neutrality. Which, that's not a bad thing. I think that's just a choice for the brand. They pack a lot of pigment. They blend really nicely. Like, it's super easy to blend, so I'm really thankful about that. And overall, these are also very buildable as well, which is really nice. All right, I'm gonna dip back in with my ring finger and apply a little bit more of sheer gold to my brow bone to blend all that together. And then I'm also gonna take a little bit more of sheer gold and put that on the inner part of my lid. Now in a Morphe Y20, I'm gonna dip into olive and start to really smoke out my lower lash line. Wow, that's a really pretty color. I'm gonna go back in with that brush I used for the top and start to just blend all of that together. This color olive really packs a punch with pigment. Packs a punch with pigment. All right, you guys, well, what do you think so far? I'm kind of loving this. The only thing I didn't like too much thus far was this color here, sheer gold. I mean, it is like sheer, so just be prepared that like if you go to get this color, it's really not gonna show up that much. There's a little bit of sparkle, but it's so subtle. This one here was okay as well too, but these two down here definitely were very pigmented. The contour shade was amazing. The blush I really liked, all buildable. All right, let's move on to lips. The first color I have here is in the shade Dulce, excuse me. And here's what it looks like. It's got the JLO emblem embossed right there on the lipstick. The other one I have here is in the shade Mauve, and here's what it looks like. So I think that's more my color, and especially with the gloss that I got, which I'll just show you right now. This is in the shade Burnt Sienna. I mean, you can just see in the bottle how kind of dark and really nicely that'll go with the shade Mauve. So I think I'm gonna do this combo today. All right, well, to keep things moving, I also went ahead off camera and applied my lashes, and I'm like living for this right now. I gotta say, individually, I wasn't too fond of how this color went on by itself, but when applied with this gloss, this is like a match made in heaven. Now on to the last and final product in this video, and it's probably my favorite thing that I'm most excited to try out, and it is the loose highlighter, and this is in the shade Live in the Highlight. I'm like, I saw this in store and swatched it, and I about, ooh, it comes with like a little puff. I about lost my life. Like, it's amazing. There's the little peel here. I can see it in there, it looks beautiful. All right, I'm gonna dump a little bit of that highlight into the cap. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm ready to glow like JLO. I'm not gonna be subtle about this highlight today. Let's go ahead and just strobe up the entire face. That is the most intense highlight I have ever seen. Well, hands down, JLO wins the highlight game. Oh my God, I think this is my favorite thing out of the entire collection. Well, that's it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think? This is a really tight collection, and I think it's super on brand for JLO. Like, my face is so glowy and so beautiful. I'm living. A couple of my favorites out of the collection, definitely the sculpting powder for doing my contour. This highlight, like, done, game over. JLO wins the highlight game. I loved a couple of the pigments. Overall, I'm excited to see what the lip gloss looks like without anything else over it. Maybe like a good liner and then some gloss on top. But yeah, there were some really, really great things in this collection. It was so much fun to play with this today. JLO, you gave me life, as always. Again, if you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate everyone who comes on here and takes the time to watch these videos and experiences this journey with me through music, art, and fashion. And on that note, I will see you in my next video. All right, bye.